the problem was we were big for a while, and then the church shrank, so then you couldn't take care of the building. And that happens, and then we're back in a growing process. And thankfully, everybody's, everybody's caught the vision and wants to make it look awesome, which is great. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the vision of remodeling instead of restarting. But that's just a personal thing.
Yeah, that's something that most churches that go through that shrink and then climb back. Mine did that in 2006, the Sunday after I started my first day as an intern. The pastor was outed for having an affair, so he
Oh,
left,
wow.
and about a quarter of the church left with him, and he started another church down the road. So we were in decline because for a few years we were known as the church with the lustful pastor.
Right.
Nice words, nice way to put it. We got a new pastor in 2008. We had a plot of land across the church. We grew back up a little bit, not where we were in 2006. But instead of building a new building and starting where we should be, if you asked anyone on leadership, everyone said, well, we've been bigger in this building before, so we can do it again. Let's just remodel what we need. And we're saying this building was built in the 80s. It looks like it was built in the 40s. Okay.
Yep.
We have the dumbest sanctuary. We had the dumbest because I'm going to try to do this on screen, even though I can't see myself. We had picture your sanctuary, as a rectangle room, right? We had the front half was okay. And then there was a dip, and the last back half had like a 12-foot ceiling on top. So the front was like an actual church. And then it had kind of a back half that had a drop down ceiling that had all this equipment and load bearing beams. So you could not get a single consistency, because if you sat in the front, it sounded great. If you sat in the back, it sounded way too loud. And if you sat in the back and it sounded great, you sat in the front and then it was just off, and it was terrible. And we could never fix it, but we could never get anything new because everyone just wanted to remodel. In fact, they said we would rather spend $400,000 to remove that drop down, for a good chance to remove the drop down, not even guaranteed because it was load bearing,
Right.
than to break ground on the land across the street, which was ridiculous. So you're always going to have that struggle when you decline and you're starting to grow back up. A lot of leadership and a lot of people with that decision making. Did Ryan just leave? My camera. Oh, there he is. Okay, he came back. A lot of people will not catch that vision of let's start over and let's do it. Let's grow and expand that way. They kind of just try to take what they did and modulate it and try to use what you already have. And unfortunately too, the reason that we pick some wonderful people to be in our leadership is because of their decision-making capabilities, which doesn't always line up with let's buy what we need and spend extra money. They get put in that position because they figure out a way to not spend money. It's part of the game we play.
Well, I mean, our pastor's wise, and he'll make a right decision. He's just got to deal with deacons that have been there for a long time.
Yeah.
And they remember the glory days. And I get it. I totally get it, I don't know what I would do in his position. He's trying to make everybody as happy as they can be, We are actually getting chairs, which is pretty wild because we're finally moving away from pews. And that is pretty huge. So, I mean, baby steps, baby steps.
Yep.
Trust me,
chairs are a lot. The struggle is real. You're not the only one.